Yeah, yeah, I'm living my best life. Made a couple M's, you know. Said I'm living my best life. Said I'm living my best life.
Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel, Random Opinions, Reaction, and Reviews. If you don't know who I am by now, you got to get with the program. Today I'm coming to do a review on the episode that just aired on General Hospital today. Today is May 29th, so let's go ahead and get into it. So when General Hospital opens up, we have Carly and Sonny coming out of the kitchen, and Sonny is talking to Carly about how he cooks better than any frozen pizza that she'd ever liked. And Carly is just adamant about how she just loves frozen pizza. And then it's just a random, irrelevant conversation. And then Jax shows up. And Jax is coming there because he is wanting to discuss his future in Port Charles, and also his relationship with his daughter and where they go from now after Oscar has passed away. And Jocelyn has decided to go back to school, and Carly and Jax are talking about how they wanted Jocelyn to possibly get into grief counseling, but she refused. So they're pretty much just going to be there for her and whatever she needs. And, you know, Jax also wants to talk about getting along with Sonny because they've had a lot of issues in the past that I've talked about in previous videos. And he just wants to make sure that they can keep a united front going on for Jocelyn so that it doesn't detour her grief, and she can, you know, pretty much just continue to evolve from there and get better. So then we go to Maxie and Lulu, and they're talking, you know, girlfriend talk, and Lulu really misses Dante. So it was good to see Maxie and Lulu in the Crimson setting, because you guys know way back when Maxie and Lulu were really young, probably like 18, 19, they used to work for Kate in Crimson. So it was a like good flashback and nod to the past. So it was really good to see them in that office setting. And they're just talking, and Lulu, like I said, she's missing Dante, and she has this new ploy with her company that she's with Peter, with the Invader, and she's going to be doing a journalistic investigation on online dating sites. And I thought that was pretty cool. So I guess in Port Charles, there's been people that have been finding women online and pursuing a date with them or getting them out on a date. And what they do from there is they pretty much set the woman up to be robbed. And so Lulu is going to get on one of those websites and pretend to date and get out there so that she can set herself up to possibly find out who these men are that's you know, terrorizing these women. And I kind of remember back in the day when Michael had a girlfriend named Abby, and she worked at the strip club, and all the strippers at the clubs were being terrorized by this man, and come to find out it was Dante's best friend, the cop. I forget his name. I can't remember his name, but he was terrorizing those women, and it took a long time for them to find out who. And that kind of just reminded me of that storyline. But I guess she's going to be going out there dating, and Maxie is telling her, you know what, if you ever need any help, if you feel like this is not a good idea, if, you know, you just let us know, and me and Peter will help you out. You know, and she also thinks that this is a good idea because that way it can give Dante an incentive to hurry up and get back home. And I don't know. I don't know what the writers are trying to do. Are they going to recast Dante? What's going on? Are they trying to talk Dominic Zamprania into coming back? I just don't know. Like, what are their plans for Dante? Because he's not dead. You know, like, what are they going to do? Are they going to bring him back? I really need to know. If you guys have any information that you can share with me, let me know in the comments below. So then we have Nina and Sasha. They're talking. And Nina is not feeling Willow. She is, like, kind of upset that whatever Willow had going on with Michael interfered, where Sasha and Michael end up having to split up during the nurses' ball because Michael was tending to Willow. So Nina's not feeling that, and she's not happy, and she's kind of saying, you know what, I thought Michael would have took after the Quartermains, but I guess he's a Corinthos, and he's not. I thought he was classy and charming, but I see he's not none of those things. And Sasha had to stick up for Michael. Like, look, this wasn't even a date. He decided to help me out. He seen me on the red carpet alone, and he decided to escort me in. That was him being classy and charming, because he didn't have to do that. So she was kind of like, Mother, I appreciate it if you stop talking about Michael in that manner. You know, kind of checked her a little bit. And so then Nina gets to talking about Willow and how Willow's a damsel in distress, and, you know, Michael, you know, he's gonna always go to her rescue, because even though Sasha is a good catch, Willow's even better, because guys like to say damsel in distress, you know. And Sasha, I like the way she stuck up for Willow as well, and was pretty much telling her mother, like, she needs to let bygones be bygones, apologize to that woman, and stay out that woman's business. So I guess Nina decided to do that. So she goes over to see Willow. And before she goes, we see Michael has already beat her there. And so Michael's talking to Willow, and he's telling her, you know, she's going to be safe. Wiley is going to be safe. Nothing is going to be a problem, because they have connection. He has connections, him and his family, both sets of his families, because he comes from two powerful families, the Corinthoses and the Quartermains, and they're going to do everything in their power to make sure that Wiley and herself are safe. So they hug it out. Nina walks in on them hugging. She was not feeling that at all. So when Michael leaves, Nina decides to call Willow out on this, and was pretty much came there just to insult Willow and insult her even further. You know, calling her damsel in distress and saying that, you know, she's using Michael as a backup plan for if things don't work out with Chase. And I kind of feel like this is what's happening. I don't think Willow is intending for it to happen, but it definitely is happening. She has become to depend on Michael so much, and, you know, but she likes Chase. And as we see, Chase is always busy. He can't be there for her all the time. We have Sam and Jason. They go to meet Shiloh and to tell Shiloh that they found the pledges, you know. And Shiloh is thinking he's out of the woodworks. Everything is going to be okay. And then we see, which I'm kind of happy about, that they are going to turn him into the authorities anyway. They're going to take him down. So basically, they bargained with him to get what they wanted, but they're not going through with it. So Shiloh at this point knows that he's going down. And I just kind of knew that it wasn't going to be clear cut. So then Margot Dawson meets with him, and she's telling him that Sonny has told her a lot of bad things, and it's hard not to believe him. Now, as we know, Margot is a part of the trust. I already knew where they were going with this. So he pretty much talks Margot into using her authority as DA to get whatever evidence that may be coming to the police department about him, to get that evidence and to destroy it. Now, maybe this is where Margot Dawson's pledge comes into play, because if she does this, Sonny and Jason can come against her and bring this evidence forward to make her look unfit, and she can lose her job for this. So I'm hoping the writers go that route, and, you know, because it looks like Shiloh does have a hold over Margot, and he is trying to wiggle his way out of this mess that he's created, you know. And I don't know what they're going to do with this, but I'm excited to see how, you know, if he gets away with this information, if he gets away with this stuff that he's done, and how it's all going to play out, because Margot could possibly lose everything if she is this willing to go this far for this guy. So we'll see what happens. I can't wait, actually. Then we have Christina, and I do want to make a point that even if Shiloh ends up getting off, there's no way he's going to get off with his life, because if he gets out of going to prison, Jason and Sonny will kill him. So he's not going to get off that easily. Anyway, Christina and Alexis. Christina's telling Alexis that the pledge was about her, and she's deeply apologetic. And then Sam walks in, and Sam, you know, she looks so sad today in this episode. I don't know if it was just me, but she looked sad. Anyway, so Christina finds out that Sam all along was playing her in this whole DOD and Shiloh mess. That she wasn't actually believing anything Shiloh was saying, and she was just trying to infiltrate them so that she can get the pledge. And her initial reaction, she wasn't too happy about it. She felt really dumb. And then she started to put everything together, pieces together, and she's like, you know what? I was stupid for even thinking that you would ever leave Jason. Like, I should have known, you know? And by the end of everything, she's just happy that Sam had her back enough to even be able to get these pledges. So Sam gives her the pledge. It wasn't read. They didn't open it or anything like that. And they said, you know what? You can tell us what's in the pledge, or you can just burn it, and we don't ever have to know. And so Christina just thought to burn it, and that's what they did. But Alexis is still kind of just up in odds about this secret that Christina told that she knows. I'm thinking that Alexis just bothered because she doesn't know what it is, and eventually she's going to want to find out. And she was telling Sam that, like, look, you know, and Sam's just like, you know what? This secret is no longer over our head. So just leave it alone. Don't worry about it. It's gone. It's been burnt. Nobody can ever use this information against you. And Sonny comes over and they're talking. And Alexis tells him, look, the pledge wasn't even about you. It was about me. So, you know, Alexis is very, very bothered by this. And I have a feeling that this pledge is secret, whatever it is, which I have a feeling that I know what it is, but the way the writers are making it seem like a big deal, maybe I don't know what it is, but whatever this secret is, it's gonna pop back up. And I'm here for it. I'm ready because, you know, if they're trying to make this secret as big as it is, it's not the secret that I think it is. So I'm eager to see what the secret is, since they've gone out of their way not to tell us. Christina and Sam are just talking. They hug. They're both in very, like, compromising, you know, emotions. So it was nice to have them together and just feeding off of each other's energy and being able to bond as sisters and let each other know that they'll always have each other's backs. That was a good scene. I liked it that. Christina seemed like she felt very comfortable in Sam's arms, and it's just nice to see sisters bonding, you know. I wish Sam was like that with Lucas, because I feel like we don't get enough of Sam and Lucas scenes, but I digress. Anyway, so then we have Carly and Jax, and they have a little tiny scene together, and Jax is just basically telling her that he is always going to make sure that their family is safe, and he knows from dealing with past situations between Carly, Sonny, and himself that things can get really bad, and he doesn't plan on it getting bad like it was before. So just a little confirmation that he's here for the long run, and that he's learned from his mistakes in the past with getting involved with Sonny and Carly and all that other ruckus, you know. He's, like, supposedly here for his business endeavors and his daughter. Now, he is thinking about moving into Kate's old apartment. Her old mansion. And Sonny is not liking that. Sonny is talking about buying the property right from under his nose and possibly turning it into another part of his mansion, another ground for him to have. Like, Sonny, what do you need with all that property? Why? You have enough security. You don't need anything else. Stop trying to be spiteful towards Jax and let that man live next door to y'all so things can work out with your stepdaughter. Your stepdaughter is the most important thing, Sonny. Come on now. Stop thinking about yourself. Like, I feel like that's what he does a lot is, you know, he loves his family to a fault, but sometimes he is self-consumed, you know? Oh, I forgot to mention, Jason goes over to Sonny and he tells Sonny about the leverage that they have against D.A. Dawson, how she covered up the murder that her mother committed against her father. And, we already know this information. I guess Jason didn't know about it. So I don't know what they're going to do with that pledge like I mentioned earlier. So we'll see. We have Charlie scenes today. Jason and Carly, they're talking. Carly is mentioning how Jason can move on now with Sam. They don't have DOD in the way. And there's nothing in the way to keep them from loving each other. And Jason is just not trying to hear it. I think he kind of knows that, you know, this is another chance for him and Sam, but every time they get a little close, something happens. So we'll see if they'll be able to further their relationship and get back to where they once were. We have Michael and Sasha. Michael and Sasha meet after he left from Willow, and he's apologizing to Sasha for leaving her. And he mentions that, you know, he doesn't want to be friends with benefits. He kind of wants to take her on a friendly date. And Sasha's kind of reserved because she doesn't want to have feelings for Michael, which, secret, I think she already has feelings for Michael. But she's saying that she doesn't want to catch feelings and everything. They want to keep everything cordial. So Michael's just basically going with whatever she wants. So she agrees to go on a date with him. They kiss, and then she leaves. Carly walks up, sees the kiss. She's just happy that Michael is starting to move on with his life after dealing with a wreck called NELLE. You know, so she's just happy for her son at this point. Then we have Jason and Willow. I liked this scene today. I wish it was a little bit longer, just because it's kind of nice when a staple character can meet with a character that hasn't been around so long, that they don't have any emotional connections, any emotional ties, any family they share, like, just, you know. And so he brings Willow's pledge, which was her pledge even that important? I mean, she left Donna Day and Shiloh really never used it against her. I wonder what her pledge was about. So she's happy that Jason provided this pledge to her. She asks, like, why did you go out your way to do this? And, you know, you didn't have to. And Jason is like, because you helped Christina, and to me that makes you a hero. So he went out of his way to give that pledge to her. And they burnt all the other pledges, like they torched them. So nobody else's pledges are available that we know of. So she's just happy that she got her pledge back. And I just thought it was good that Jason and Sam didn't read these people's pledges. The only person's pledge they read was Margot's, which is a little, you know, I feel like that was private. They shouldn't even read hers, but you know, whatever. So they didn't read everybody else's pledges. They just gave them to the rightful people, or either discarded them. So that was a good thing. We have the ending scene. I knew something was wrong when Maxie got a call from whoever regarding the magazine. And she was like, hold on, we're autonomous. How is this happening? I can't really explain magazine talk, what was going on, but I guess they were like an autonomous company and somebody has bought their company out. And so I already was like, bingo, it's Jax. So Nina goes to the magazine, and Jax is in her office, and she's like, what are you doing in my office? And he was like, with a glass of wine, let's toast to the new owner. So Nina, like I said, she's smitten by this guy, so I can't wait to see their scenes tomorrow and how everything is gonna play out. I don't know, like, Jax came here with his A game. He is ready to cause some drama, even ready to take a man's wife, you know. Nina, I think Jasper Jax can say anything to her and she'll be like a dumb deer in head. Like, she clearly likes this guy. And it's kind of like a love at first sight thing. So I really wish that Michelle would have stayed here longer, because her character and Jax's character, they definitely have some chemistry. So I don't know how it's going to be with the recast for Nina, if they'll have chemistry at all. But I definitely would like to see Nina and Jax together. So what do you guys think? Are you guys possibly ready for this whole connection, or who do you want Jax to be with in game? You know, Carly, Nina, or a new character? Let me know in the comments below. I guess I will see you guys later. That concludes the episode of GH. And don't forget, like, comment, subscribe. Bye.
I finally made my mind, know that I can't go back, bro. They saying that my time up, my back against the rope. I hustle.